Our second objective on our practice test A for acids and bases, we're being asked to describe how to prepare dilute solutions from more concentrated solutions of known molarity. The formula we use, MV equal MV, molarity and volume of the first set of solution equal the concentration and volume of the second set of solution. MV equal MV are dilution concentrations. Notice that up here when we were calculating molarity, moles per liter, very important that we had the unit there per liter. Down here with this concentration formula, it does not matter if the volumes are in liters, just that they're the same unit on both sides. So it is all right to leave them as milliliters and get a milliliter out. So it's not mandatory we switch as long as the units are the same. Let's read through the first question, number 1. How many milliliters of a 5 molar stock solution of ammonium sulfide do you need to dilute to 700 mils of a 0.1 molar? Well, we'll just get our parentheses ready to represent MV equal MV, diluting a solution. We're being asked to solve for how many milliliters. That's a volume unit, V1. The stock solution, what we have on our shelf, is 5 molar. When we run our experiment, we need to have 700 milliliters of a more dilute solution, 0.1 molar. If this is what I have on hand, this is what we call our stock solution, what's sitting on our shelf, but this is what we need for our experiment. How would we go about preparing the volume and concentration we need from the stock bottle on the shelf? So knowing that MV equal MV, I start on the side that does not contain the variable, so simply hitting 0.1 times 700, and I'll divide by 5. The V1 I found says 14, and the unit I placed in was a milli, so a milliliter comes out. We would measure out 14 milliliters of our stock solution, diluted up to the 700 mil mark with water, and now we would have a 0.1 molar solution. Measuring out 14 milliliters of the stock solution is the answer for V1. In the second question, we're being asked to solve for a concentration. What is the concentration of a solution made by diluting 10 mils of a 12 molar HCl to a total volume of 2,000 milliliters? This time, the concentration is the target unit. I'll call that M1. The volume we need to end up with is 2,000 milliliters. So the 2,000 is the target volume. We're diluting 10 milliliters of a 12 molar solution. These are the two variables that go together, 10 mils of 12 molar, and we add a whole lot of water up to the 2,000 mil mark. What would the resulting concentration of our new solution be? So if we started with 10 mils times the 12 molar, we divide by 2,000 the new total volume, and the resulting concentration, 0.06 molar of HCl. In our third and final question of Objective 2, we're being asked to describe how you would prepare 250 milliliters of a 0.05 molar solution of sodium fluoride from a 5 molar stock solution. When I read this question, when I'm asked to describe, that means I need to put a sentence and just physically say, what would I do to create the solution? But again, I would just get my parentheses ready for MV equal MV and solve for a volume. We need 250 milliliters of a 0.05 molar solution, so we have an M1, V1 set of variables. We need 5 molar from our stock solution, and let's solve for how much we would measure out. So to run our experiment, we have to have 250 milliliters of a 0.5 molar solution, but all I have on hand is a more concentrated solution all the way up to 5 molar. Let's calculate how much we would measure out of our stock solution, and that will come out in a milliliter since I put a milliliter in. So I'll hit my 250 times 0.05 divided by 5, and I find 2.5 as my answer. So to express it in a sentence, It's as easy as saying that we would begin by measuring out 2.5 mils of the stock solution. To actually dilute the solution means to add water, and I'd like to know how much water, because that's an important part of the sentence. 250 mils is the target volume. We have 2.5 sitting in there already. Probably the easiest way to answer that is just add water up to the 250 mil target volume. And I always say is the final part to stir it so that it's mixed uniformly. By the time I've measured out 2.5 mils of our stock solution, add water to the 250 mil mark and stir it up, we'll have created 250 mils of the 0.5 molar we needed to run the experiment. And there is the final question for Objective 2. Yeah. All right, thanks guys. That should help us, and also just kind of preparing in terms of our lab reports and also what we'll find on the lab quiz. Let me give you a moment to put final touches on the lab quiz. Hopefully this kind of transferred. Again, answers up here. Take a moment of music to kind of finalize the labs.